In today's video, I'm going to be taking items that I recently thrifted, give them a makeover, and make beautiful pieces of home decor. And do not forget, all of the paint, products, and items that I use in today's video is available on my website, juliesdesignsandsigns.com. And I want to thank Squarespace for sponsoring today's video.
I love this little terracotta pot. I don't know if I love the ivy, but I could probably replace that. I was right. It was very easy to just pull this ivy right out, and luckily the rest of it all stayed together. This is the hanging boxwood that is on my website, and I thought it would look perfect with this terracotta pot. Just a little bit more updated, a little bit more expensive. So I cut off 3 sprigs and then I stuck them into the foam, and that was it. Simple as that, and this piece was done. Look at these wooden corables. I hope there's not too much damage from this tape, but these will definitely be a fun DIY project. The tape did mess it up and leave a residue, but that's okay. We're just gonna give it a makeover, and I want to use the Dixie Belle Crackle. I have recently just started playing with this product, and it is so much fun. So whatever color you want your crackle to be, that's what color you want first, and then you want to put on the Dixie Belle Crackle product. Well, I want my crackle to be wood, so I'm not going to put a base layer of paint on here. I'm putting the Dixie Belle Crackle product straight onto the raw wood, and then you're going to let it dry. It does have a glossy finish when it dries, and then you want to pick out a Dixie Belle chalk paint color. I'm using Magnolia. It's my new favorite color. And this is the hardest part of this, is you want to try to just do your paint with one brush stroke. You don't want to go back and forth because it messes up the crackle product, and y'all, it works so fast. So I'm not going to speed this up. I'm not going to edit anything. We are going to watch it crackle in real time. It is so fun to watch. I couldn't believe the first time I used it how quickly the reaction is. So let's watch it one more time on the other side. Now let's say I wanted the cracks to be blue. I would have put a layer of blue paint and then the crackle on top of that, and then I would have put the white paint. So your base layer is what is going to be your crackle color. Now it crackles a lot, so I wanted to do a little experiment to see if it was possible to tone it down if you felt like your piece had too much crackle. So I put a very thin layer of the Magnolia Dixie Belle chalk paint on it, and it came out exactly like I hope it would. It still had some crackle coming through, but it just kind of toned it down a little bit. So if you're not loving the look of all the crackleness that comes out, how many times did I say crackle in this video? You could absolutely tone it down with just another thin layer of paint. If you do not know what Squarespace is, it is an online hosting platform, and that is who I chose to host my website, juliesdesignsandsigns.com. Squarespace makes it so easy to create a website without any web design experience with their design intelligence program. They help you create a beautiful website with AI technology, as well as help you create beautiful and professional listings. And with Squarespace payments, they are making it easier than ever to accept all your payments in one place. There's so many different options for your customers to pay. And if you're a business, you know you need as many options for your customers as possible. So if you think you're ready to take your business to the next level, make sure you head to squarespace.com to start your free trial. And when you are ready to launch your website, go to squarespace.com/juliesdesignsandsigns to save 10% off your first purchase of your website or domain. You're never going to believe this, but I found this at an estate sale filled with potpourri. It's a swan, so I had to have it, but we're going to give it a makeover. I'm using milk paint in the color Gustavian White. It's one of my favorite colors. If you haven't used milk paint before, it comes in a powder form, and you mix half powder with half water. I never measure. You're supposed to. I never do. So it came out a little bit more watery than it should, but I'm just going to get the first coat on here. It's not going to be full coverage with white, but that's okay because I want to do a little bit more of a wash look. I don't mind all of the colors happening, but I just want to kind of tone everything down a little bit, make it just more white, because that is what I like. So this is what it looks like after the first coat. I'm going to put on the second coat, and then I'm going to hit it with the heat gun. And when you hit milk paint with the heat gun, it just kind of dries it in place. It gives it more texture, and sometimes it even crackles and gets really chippy. So this is the exact look I was going for. I love using milk paint as a wash. It just has the most amazing flat finish. If I would have did one more coat on here, I would have had full coverage, but I like that there's a little bit of the pink coming through on the roses and a little bit of the blue on the bow. You always got to keep doing laps around the bins because people put stuff back. So in this clothing bin right here, somebody put this milk jug right here. Of course, it's just decor, probably from Hobby Lobby. And then look at these beautiful cotton stems. See, it still has a tag on it. Doesn't say where it's from, but they look really real. So I think I'm gonna get both of these pieces and we'll give this milk jug a cute little fall makeover. Check out this fusion paint color. It is called Iron Clay and it is gorgeous. It kind of reminds me of vintage old terracotta. So I'm going to pour it in a cup. I'm going to add some Dixie Belle Sea Spray, just a little bit. I don't want this piece to be super textured, but I do want it to have a little bit of grit. So you're going to mix it with your paint, and you can use any paint with the Sea Spray, and I'm going to add it onto this piece. Look at this beautiful color and look at the coverage. I ended up doing one coat and then some touch-ups on this piece. Fusion paint has a built-in primer and sealer and pretty much sticks to everything. That is why I love using it. I had no issues with it sticking to this slick metal. So you can see when you add just a little bit of Sea Spray to your paint, it kind of gives you a pottery look. Now I'm going to be taking the Dixie Belle white wax as well as the Dixie Belle French tip. This is my favorite brush to use, and it has that pointed tip that is so convenient to get into all of the details. So I'm going to apply white wax to this entire piece, and then I'm going to take a dry paper towel and just wipe off all of the excess. It will lighten up the color. If I wanted to dirty it up and darken it up, then I would have used the brown wax or the gray grunge. So it just depends the look I'm going for, what color wax I decide to use. I wanted to add a little something more to this, so I added one of my most popular selling stamps, the IOD crockery stamp. It's all these cute vintage looking labels, so I just picked one out and I grabbed the IOD erasable chalk ink. It is erasable, but I like the bright white, and if you want it to be permanent, all you have to do is seal it up. So it is my go-to for white, and y'all, on a curved surface, look how good that came out.
Alright guys, that is the end of today's video. Drop a comment below. Let me know what was your favorite project, and mark your calendars because Tuesday, August 26, 2025 is going to be the new IOD holiday release. Y'all wait for this all year long, and I know I say this every time, but this one is so good and it is huge. We have 18 new designs, and I try to order enough to not sell out immediately, but you know how it goes, and this one is really good, so I feel like it's going to sell really fast. So set your alarms right now. August 26th, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, IOD holiday release, I will be live on Facebook at that time showing you all of the new designs, but also you can just go to my website and order, and I'm gonna have the bundle deal where you can order the entire collection. It's actually $100 discount if you do that, but it's gonna be limited. I'm only gonna have a few of those, so make sure you're on my website at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, August 26th, and get all of the holiday release before it sells out. And of course, all the paint products and beautiful home decor that you saw on today's video is also available on my website at any time, juliesdesignsandsigns.com. And if you're interested in starting your own website, y'all go check out squarespace.com/juliesdesignsandsigns, and they are giving my viewers 10% off, and I'll have everything linked in the description for y'all. Y'all have a great day. I will see y'all next week. Bye, guys.